Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 518 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. I'm going to play this I'm going to do one more real quick session with this, where we're going to do at least one more new Pokemon. This time we're going to do one of the newer forms I created on my own. It's going to be the Steel Type Totodile. So, yes. Here, what's his voice?
Let's make each conversation a journey of discovery.
Okay, that's not that bad of a voice, I'm good. Here's what it says. Let's quickly read this and then do a little bit with this Totodile. So, let's see what it says about him.
Hello, friend. Are you surprised?
Let's see what happens. Alright, here we go. Here's the backstory of this Steel-type Totodile. This is a past paradox form of Totodile. The Pokemon used to be a Steel type with new moves and abilities. His body was a metal silver color. His spikes were golden, and his underjaw was copper colored. His ability was called Steadfast Steel. This ability would raise the Pokemon's speed by 2 stages if hit by a fire, fighting, or ground type move. He has a few signature moves, including a move called Metal Fang. This is a 100% 80 base power steel type move that has a 60% chance of flinching and a 40% chance of making a Pokemon take extra damage from hard steel spikes every turn. Holy crap. He has another move called Metal Shock, a 100% accurate 60 base power electric move that has a 30% chance of paralyzing the target. He also has one more hidden move that is called Metal Barrier. This move is only used to protect his allies and even human friends if he trusts a human. You're walking through an open field when the Pokemon walks up to you, looking curious but also scared. The Pokemon tells you that he is lost and does not know how to get back home. Oh, holy frickin' frick. When you ask how he got here, he said some kind of weird portal opened. He was teleported to a place called Area Zero. Yeah, thanks a lot, Professor. Probably Professor Sada or Toro. They say past or future. Past. But then wouldn't it make more sense for me to steal type if he was a flipping like who knows? He also says the human that tried to capture him. He also says the human there tried to capture him, but he escaped. Will you help this Pokemon? I would happily do it. It's a flippin' Totodile. I love Totodile. I would happily help him. This is a past paradox form of Totodile. The Pokemon used to be a steel type with new moves and abilities. His body was a metal silver color. His spikes were golden, and his underjaw was copper colored. He's very friendly, but scared. He wants you to help him get back home, but is also worried that you will capture him. You promise you will not, and are just trying to help. After this, he seems to really warm up to you and seems to really like you. I hope he does. Alright. It says, while walking through an open field, a Pokemon that looks similar to a Totodile walks up to you looking both curious, but also a little scared. What does he want? And are you going to help him? Hello? Is he gonna speak? He jumps back once you speak.
Hey there, person.
He seems to be a little timid, looking you up and down. You don't have to be scared. It's okay. He's jumping back. It's okay.
It's okay. You aren't going to try and capture me, right?
He looks you up and down. So he's roosted. No. Why would I?
Oh, thank gosh.
He seems to be relieved.
That last trainer tried to catch me, so I had to run away.
He looks sad as he explains. Are you a... Oh my gosh. He pauses for a moment.
Well, not exactly. I'm a past paradox form of a Totodile.
His body's a silver color, golden spikes, and a copper underjaw. So he literally does have everything I wanted the Totodile to have. That's cool. Okay, sweet. You're really cool looking. He seems to smile a bit.
Wow, you actually think so?
He seems a little cheerful now. Hey, I'm making a Totodile grin. Don't worry, buddy. I'm not going to hurt you. Aw, his eyes light up.
You promise?
He looks a little scared, but also hopeful. Of course I won't capture you. He's clearly happy to hear that.
So that means you'll help me get home?
He asked, excited. Where is your home? Question mark. I've never seen you around before.
I'm from the Great Crater. It's filled with other past paradox Pokemon, but I don't know how I ended up here.
He says, looking a little stressed again. I think the Great Crater is where you got teleported to. I don't think your home is actually there. You got teleported so many years into the future, probably, from your time period. Probably did if he's a past Paradox Pokemon. I mean, like most of the past Paradox Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet are all flipping came from the... He seems worried after hearing this information.
So, I'll never go home?
He asks, his eyes watering and starting to tear. No, don't cry! It's okay, don't cry. Period. He seems to lose himself and starts to cry. No!
I'll never see my friends again. I'm so lonely.
I'm going to help you. Please don't cry. You're making me upset. He looks up at me tearfully.
You'll help me?
He sniffles, calming down a bit. Yes, I would love to help you. I promise. I'm going to help you. Aww. He seems like he's on the verge of a panic attack, but your promise makes him happy.
You really mean it?
He asked, starting to calm down. Of course I do. Your species is my favorite Pokemon. Oh, what's the Totodile gonna do? He's gonna put like jump. He's gonna have a little panic attack right now.
Really? You like my kind?
He asked, sniffling a little less. Yes, I do. This information makes him a lot happier.
And you'll help me figure out how to get home?
He asked, starting to get excited again. Yes, I will. He smiles with this answer.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
He says excitedly as he goes to hug me. Oh my gosh, I have a steel type Totodile trying to hug me. Yes, 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 yes. I let the sweet Pokemon hug me. I'm gonna get hugged by a Totodile. He happily nuzzles into me as he hugs you. I love you already. You're so sweet. He seems really happy.
That feels really good to hear.
He sniffles as a small tear goes down his face. What's your name, buddy? Do you have a name? Probably just Totodile. I didn't even come up with that name. It called him Iron Jaw. IRON Jaw. That's kind of dope, actually. I didn't even come up with that name. Dude, that's a dope name.
My name, it's Iron Jaw. For some reason, it's a really old-fashioned name, but the way he says it so joyfully makes it really endearing.
That's a really cool name. Exclamation point. That's such a dope name, dude. Iron Jaw. It even gave him like a past paradox name, which is dope. I didn't even come up with that name. He seems to like hearing this.
You think so?
He gets out of the hug after you praise his name.
What's your name?
He asked, curious. Trenton. Shut the frick up!
Nice to meet you.
His tail is wagging as he hears my name.
You said I look cool? Am I really cool?
Yes, you are. You are really, really cool. I'm gonna double down on him on his thing. He said, "Am I really cool?" So I said, "Yeah, you're really, really cool." He gets excited at the praise again. A smile goes over his face.
Wow, I never felt this happy until I met you. You're the best.
He seems a little emotional. You're safe with me, buddy. Period. I will do everything in my power to help you.
You really mean it?
He asked.
He definitely believes you. He's never had someone treat him so kindly. The last person treated him pretty badly. Of course I do. Period. To be honest with you, actually I won't do that. There we go. Then please keep me safe. Promise me? Promise me I can stay with you. Huh? What? He gets a little teary-eyed with this request. Let you stay with me? Question mark. You mean like keep you safe until we can get you home? Or you want to literally stay with me? Yo, what? This Toto wants to come with me instead of going home. How do I get a Toto wanting to come with me instead of going home? I mean, like, forever. Will you keep me always? I know it's a lot to ask, but I like you so much already. He says, hopeful and a little anxious over your answer. I wouldn't mind. But do you really want to stay with me? Instead of going back to your original home? Your answer surprises him. He hadn't really considered that yet. If I can't go home, I want to stay with you. Do you want me to stay with you? He asked hopefully. I would love it. I would treat you good either way. Period. It's up to you. Do you want to come with me? Or do you want me to help you get back home? If he says he wants to stay with me, that's going to be the most insane thing. He thinks it over seriously for a few moments. He legit wants to stay with me instead of going home. How do I get a steel Type Totodile to want to go with me? How? Especially if he said he didn't want to be captured. I think I want to stay with you. I like how you treat me, he states with a big smile. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, I don't mind. Period. Oh my gosh, I'm enjoying the steel. I already love the steel Type Totodile. This is totally the best thing. There's a bunch of good ones on here. This is really cool. He seems really, really happy with this answer. Really? I get to stay with you? His tail is wagging like crazy. Of course you can. He looks like he's gonna cry from being so happy and excited. Thank you. I won't be a burden, I promise. I know you won't. Period. I love you no matter how you look. He hears you say love him, and for the first time anyone has... Wait, he hears you say love him, and for the first time
anyone has ever said they loved him before. He just said, "I love you" back to me.
I love you too,
He says, so overjoyed by this interaction with you. Holy cripety cripe cripe cripes. Don't worry, buddy. With me, you can be safe. He is so happy that he might cry. He goes up and nuzzles against me and tries to pull me in for another hug. Are you kidding me? Cuteness overload. Cuteness overload. I was about to instinctively say activating the curious overload protocol or something like randomly out of nowhere. All of a sudden, we hear a robotic voice behind me say, "There is that Pokemon. I'm going to get him." Oh heck, no, you're not. You're not taking my Totodile away from me. He hears us and stops dead in his tracks. He gets in front of me as if to protect me, growling. He's protecting me. He's so in love with me that even though he's after the Pokemon, after they're after him, he's still wanting to protect me. Be careful, buddy. It sounds like they're after you. I don't mind about you protecting me, but be careful.
You really mean that?
He asks as a robot figure approaches. Give me that Pokemon. He said in a rather monotone voice, but you felt some kind of authority behind his voice. No. The Pokemon is staying with me. Oh, heck no. Sorry. The robot tries to approach as Iron Jaw growls. His gold plates on his arms beginning to glow as does his jaw. I will take it by force. I real quickly go up to the robot and punch it as hard as I can, knocking it to the ground. You are not taking my Totodile away from me. I don't care what typing he is. He could be flipping poison type for all I care. If it's a friendly Pokemon, I'm keeping it. The blow surprises the robot figure as it's knocked back quite a distance by your punch. Iron Jaw is watching my battle, clearly stressed. Then the robot says, "Internal damage. Shutting down." Oh, it sounds so weird because it sounds like Shadow. It's only just shut down. The robot form was powered down. Ironjaw turns to look at me a bit surprised. Nobody is going to take you away from me. Ironjaw just walks up to me and nuzzles right into me in a loving gesture of appreciation for protecting him. What were you trying to do when you were protecting me? I saw your golden plates on your arms doing something. And I think even your jaw. He looks down at his glowing plates. Then you see some of his spikes seem to turn gold and seem to, well, charge up too, as well as the plates.
They were charged up with electricity. I was going to protect you like you protected me, he explains, showing you.
That's adorable! That was really cool. I love your powers. I can't believe that. The creepy robot came up to me and I'm like, oh heck no, and punched it right in the face and flipping it malfunctioned. Good. If it was Shadow, actually if it was Shadow, I'd be even more mad. Like, Shadow, you're not supposed to be acting like this. You're with me, not them.
Thank you, he says excitedly as he nuzzles you again. He seemed to be getting more clingy due to being really happy.
Oh, be as clingy as you want. You can stay clingy. I don't care. I love when a Pokemon clings to me. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I love him. I have another way to protect you from that robot. If he does get reactivated. Do you want to see something cool?
Oh, what is it?
He asked, curiosity in his eyes. I transform into a small Charizard. He seems shocked by this transformation, but it doesn't take long for this to impress him. His jaw is dropping.
Wow, you can change forms? Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
I got cursed a few months back, and it allows me to do this. I love the steel type Totodile. He's adorable. His eyes light up as he approaches me and seems to be intrigued.
Can't.
I don't know if that's the best way. Sure. Scales? A Charizard has scales? Okay, then. His eyes light up as he approaches me and seems to be intrigued. Cannot, yep. He asked really excited. Alright. His hands touch my scales for the first time, almost like a child experiencing something for the first time.
Wow.
He says under his breath before petting my dragon scales. Again, does Charizard have dragon scales? I have no clue. Yeah, but I don't see no scales on him. I want to ask, why were you so protective over me even though we barely knew each other? Question mark. Aw, he's so cute, dude. I love him.
It's it's simple. He looks up to meet your eyes. You're the first person to ever say you love me. You're the first person to keep me safe. You're the first person that made me feel loved.
He states in almost a quiet, sad tone. He looks at you with happiness, but also a small bit of teary eyes. Let's see. Hmm. All of a sudden, I feel something hit me in the stomach in my Charizard form. And I see that it was a ball. Oh, heck no. Somebody trying to capture me again? Iron Jaw's expression goes from him surprised to anxious to worried.
Oh no.
He looks at the ball that got thrown at you, watching as the smoke clears. Uh, Alright. Who just tried to capture me? This time the robot voice you had heard previously speaks. Oh my gosh. And the person who was attached to it steps out. He's a very business-like looking figure. I did. The Pokemon you have is far too valuable to be in the hands of a civilian, he states in a matter of factual tone. Stay away from the Pokemon, or you're not gonna like what I'm gonna do. He approaches you while Ironjaw steps behind you, trembling a little as the robot continues to approach. I can't let that Pokemon in your hands. I suggest you hand him over to me. Oh, heck no. I real quickly turn into a fire-breathing dragon that is over 15 feet tall and hit the robot with my fire, frying it instantly. Get fricked. You're not taking away Iron Jaws from me. You're not taking away my steel type paradox. He's mine. Frick off. The robot gets absolutely pulverized and fried by the blast, the robotic voice stopping suddenly. Iron Jaw sees my form that you transformed into, and he's speechless, his tail's wagging in excitement. I told you to leave my friend alone. That is what you get for trying to take him away. Oh my gosh, I love this Totodile. He just stands in shock and awe of my form, admiring me. He then runs up and goes to hug my dragon leg just to see what it feels like. That's adorable. You know what? I'm gonna let him pat my snout if he wants to. I lowered down my head. Let's see what happens when I do that. He does my way and looks up at me with pure amazement. He's in absolute awe of just simply touching me. I wish it would quit wording it like that. I mean, granted, I guess the Totodile, it doesn't really get to do something that often. I told you you were safe with me. Period. I am not letting anybody take you away. Nobody's taking away my steel type paradox. He's like my son. Now get frick, you idiots. Leave my steel type Totodile alone. He gets teary-eyed again, but this time happy tears. He goes to hug me around my dragon neck. Okay, well there you go. I nuzzle against him gently. Oh my gosh, really? Against him gently. This Totodile was already trying to be protective over me too, which is funny and which is cute. Okay. He nuzzles right back, happy and so happy in one embrace. After a second, he gets an idea and pulls back. Can I sit on your back? He asks curiously. Sure, hop on. I said hop on, not iPhone. Hopon. There. Sweet Arceus. It does not get the word. He excitedly climbs right up on my back, excited to be so high in the air, but being safe by your presence at the same time. How do you like it, buddy? He seems to be super ecstatic about just being on top of you. It's amazing! I can see everything from here! He shouts excitedly, his little eyes taking in the sights. There is one bad thing I've got to tell you about. He calms down, but he looks at you while on your back. What is it? He asks, curious about it. I can transform into things like this, but will occasionally become dizzy and pass out, and then get forced to be a bug. This makes him a little worried. How long do you pass out for? He asks with worry, but he tries to calm down. I don't know. I think it's random. Period. The only thing I'm going to tell you is if you're scared of bugs, I'm really sorry. And also, if I tell you I'm feeling dizzy, you might want to get off of my back. He seems to relax a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm not really scared of bugs.
He says, feeling a little relieved that I'm not being scared if there is a bug form.
If you feel dizzy, I'll get off.
He reassures me as well. Also, be careful. Because when I'm passed out, I cannot protect you. I hope you'll be okay.
He nods. I'll be careful.
He reassures me while nuzzling against my dragon scales. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Please keep nuzzling me. What kind of amazing powers do you have? I got to see a little bit of something when you were being protective over me a while ago.
My special plates can store lots of electric charge, and the electric energy
Wait, what? Oh, hold on a second. Let me read that.
My special plates can store lots of electric charge, and the energy I've absorbed by them turns into electricity.
He lifts his right arm and he's talking about the plates of metal on his arms. He then holds his hands close, making a small glowing ball of electricity in his hands. That's dope.
And I can use this as a ranged attack too. I can just as easily use my jaws,
He explains, smiling with a few gold spikes protruding from the top of his mouth. You look really amazing, to be honest. You're a really cool looking form.
You really think so?
He asked, a little surprised someone would compliment him. He didn't think anyone saw him as amazing. Not in a long time. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, I'll be back.